Hey everyone, Tech OG here, representing those who are 40 and up with other tech. And this video is going to be a video that's going to let you know which phone do I prefer and going to keep and use for my day-to-day. As you've already have known if you watch previous videos of mine, I just received the S10 through a small promotion that Samsung had for an older phone. If you trade in, for example, a Galaxy S9, you can get $550 towards the cost of a brand new S10. So that's what I did. Received this phone. Now I'm lucky. I still have my S9. Didn't have to send that in right away because I have basically 15 days from the delivery date to try this phone out to see if I actually want to keep it. So without further ado, let me get into my decision. Okay, if you checked out my first impression pros and cons video, and you checked out my comparison video between the S9 and the S10, there's only a few features that were added onto this phone that, you know, makes it a really cool phone, such as the infinity OLED screen, the circle notch, the camera notch basically on the front. Makes it small to give you better real estate on your apps and videos. Just a couple of things that, you know, make this slightly better than the S9. However, this S9 is only a year old, so therefore Samsung is still going to support this phone, still going to upgrade the operating system, user interface, things like that. So it's not going to be obsolete for probably another 3 to 4 years. So this is still a nice phone to have. Other things that I mentioned: price, brand new phone, brand new price, brand new bill. Older phone, and in my personal opinion, this phone dropped in price faster than any phone I've ever seen that's a year old, coming from the newer phone that's out. So you can find a phone right now on eBay. For the S9, you can find an unlocked, used phone for $300. Compared to $900 this cost last year, that is a steep price drop. That right there is a no-brainer for me as far as getting a phone with great features. Yeah, this one has 3 lenses. Yeah, you got better options when it comes to taking pictures and photos. Yes, it's much clearer. Yes, it has a slightly larger battery. Yes, it looks more luxurious because of the metal border around the phone. However, it's still a Samsung phone. It still uses a Nova Launcher. I still can organize my apps. I still can use the same apps on either phone. So Hulu, Netflix, all that stuff, can master to edit videos, can use on both. Samsung Dex is on both phones. You still have a lot of features that can be used on both phones. This just has extra because that's how they sell their phones. So I get that, understand that, no problem. So putting all that into perspective, the decision that I've made as far as which phone I'm going to keep, I decided, and it took me a minute after watching other people's videos on YouTube, showing their comparisons, their pros and cons, such and such. I just had to come up with and say that I'm keeping my S9. I'm keeping this, even though I got this, used it, like it, love it. There's really not anything on this phone that compels me to keep it over my S9 because, as I just said, this basically can do a lot of the things that this phone can do. So I can still take pictures on here, even though it doesn't have 3 lenses. I can still shoot video. I can shoot video on 4K on here. Still use Nova Launcher. Still use all of my apps. I mean, every single app. Unlike Apple, this doesn't compel you to buy a newer phone, because what Apple does is, in their app store, they upgrade a lot of their apps to a newer firmware. Where with this, you can use a very, very old phone with newer apps. So you can use an S5 and use a lot of the apps in the Play Store for an Android phone, whereas on an Apple phone, you got to upgrade to use a lot of the newer apps that are out. So I don't like that feature of Apple. Apple really tries to make you buy a new phone. Samsung, they don't really care. They're like, we're going to make money regardless. So we're just going to make you a believer of our phones by the features that we put on. So that's what I really like about Samsung. They don't compel you to buy a new phone. So as far as my concern, like I said, I am going to keep my S9 because it just does the same thing that this does. Especially when it comes to, where is that folder? Emulated games. Boom. Well, here's my emulated games right here. Oh, I got them here. I got a folder within a folder. So as far as my emulated games, PSP, Sega Genesis, even Nintendo GameCube and Nintendo Wii, you can play games from that emulator on both phones. So why buy a new phone to do all that when you can buy a cheaper phone, slightly older, 1 year, 2 years old, and do the same thing? Yes, the processor is going to be slightly slower, but it's a year older, so therefore it's not going to be that slow. So playing games on both of these phones, either of these phones, is going to be a great experience. So that's, like I said, totally up to you on what you want to do with your money. But as far as me, I'm sending that back. Like I said, nothing against Samsung because I still have a Samsung phone. So nothing against Samsung. I'm not going back to Apple. So I'm just going to keep this phone, use this phone, love this phone, yada, 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 and get my $377 back for this phone. The really big drawback is I got to give back the Galaxy Buds because they came free in a promotion for this phone. So therefore, when I send this phone back, got to send the Buds back. So I'm about to go on eBay, find me a cheap pair of Icon X Buds. They should be cheaper now that the newer Galaxy Buds are out. And I should be happy with all of that. So that's the end of my video. That's my decision. Keeping my S9. Y'all can get the S10 if you want. We can compare, contrast, whatever. But that's what I'm going to do. So I hope you like my video and like my decision. Whether you do or not, doesn't matter. But if you like the video, leave a thumbs up. Definitely subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. Tell your friends about my channel. And I hope to see you in my next video.